Welcome to the Late Night Philly Show. We're live right now, and we have some stories from him. Hey man, thank you so much for letting me on. This is gonna be awesome. I really enjoy doing this. Alrighty, let's get started. Uh, hey there everyone. If you don't know me, it's Philly. Welcome to the Forest here. I'm the YouTuber. Welcome to the Forest. Like I already said, I kind of stumbled over my words. Sorry there. I've been doing this channel for about a year now, and there's things I haven't really told you guys. So I thought today we might dive into those and give you some history. So this isn't history on the channel. It's actually history of things that have happened to me that are off the channel and that I don't usually post about. So this was probably 2 years ago. I was 15 years old and I was fishing. I love fishing because I'm the outdoors guy, You know me, I've done some here and there videos like Fortnite and other things, and you guys have been very appreciative of that, but I'm really like to the animals, to the core, taking on challenges, doing my research, cool stuff like that. So this story is going to be some about a scary encounter I had. I called it the tinted sunglasses, and you'll see why in a minute. So it's probably around like 12 or 1 p.m. in the daytime, and I'm just kind of like fishing. I'm finishing up just my daily fishing before I ride back home, and I do catch and release. I don't do catch, clean, and cook, but I do want to do that on this channel, and I'm going to try to figure out when to do it with some of my friends. So this was 12 or 1 p.m., around those 2 hours. Probably closer to 1 p.m. this happens. So, man, I don't have a visual I don't have a visual representation. So basically, I'm fishing on this island. If you can picture this in your head, I'm fishing on this island, and there's this creek to the right and to the left. So it's kind of like a cone-shaped island, and there's a creek going through it like this, and it goes off towards where I came in through the back entrance. And there's a hill that leads down to that from this main walkway, and then goes to a parking lot over here. So I'm fishing, and there's couples go by, everything's normal. And they're like, "Hey, what you fishing for?" And I said, I got like 3 catfish, some small bluegill, maybe like a bass. They're like, "Oh, that's so cool," and they keep on going by. And then, some single man asked me, and they kept on going. But I was wrapping up. I was probably on my last 2 pieces of bait. I use deli meat, by the way. And I'm fishing, and I notice a bright color out of the corner of my eye. So I look up. Actually, there's some flow through tunnels that are around, like the water goes through to get to the other side of the creek, and then the walkways over that. And you kind of have to look up. And I noticed this man with a bright red golf shirt, white khaki shorts, and dark black sunglasses. And you can't really see his eyes. And he's watching me. So in my head, I was like, "Oh, that's normal. He's just doing whatever, watching me." But turns out things weren't going to be normal for very long. So I'm fishing, whatever. He's staring, and then the fish steal my bait, and they don't get the hook. So I'm reeling in. I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna be done. This guy's kind of being weird." And as I'm packing up, he decides to try to come get me. Yeah, so he runs about halfway down the hill before the creek divide, and I think he realized, I want to get this kid, but the creek's too big for me. And he was kind of old. I would say 40 or 50s. He had wrinkly skin, some freckles. But I think he realized that he couldn't get to me, and the creek was in his way because the gap was pretty large to jump, and I could jump it, but I think he was just too old to jump it. But he went almost to the bottom, and I think if it weren't for that creek, things could have turned out differently. So he tries to come get me, and I back up into the ferns behind me immediately and get like on my stomach. And then he's just kind of staring at me, hiding. And I'm like, I should have said something, but I didn't because I was so scared in the moment. I didn't say anything. Wow, that's really scary, man. Yeah. So, uh, I'm laying down, and he finally decides to walk back up the hill where my bike is. So he walks up the hill, and then he starts touching my bike in really weird ways. I have a pretty large bike with 21-inch wheels, a mountain bike. He starts kind of like playing with it, and he's like touching like kind of like where they weld the frame together, and it's like almost as if it was a person, and it was really just distorted and just very disturbing. So finally, he just decides to leave, and the first thing I'm thinking is like, okay, I just need to get my stuff and get out of here. But like, I need to watch this guy. So I was like, I get my stuff together, run up the hill, and I'm watching him. He goes to his Toyota Corolla as a sedan. It's an older model, and gets his own bike out. I was like, okay, well, that's kind of weird. And his is like smaller. He gets his own bike out and then just drives down the boardwalk where it goes to the greenway. So I was like, all right, I gotta get home and tell mama. And I was like, I didn't even contemplate and call the police because I should have probably. I could have given them the license plate number and said, all right, I really should have in that situation just called 911. Going to be straight up with you guys, and should have been they. I know what they tell you. So, but I was so scared I didn't. Like I was in just pure and utter fear, and this has never happened to me before. That was the first time I ever encountered like close to a molester and kidnapping. So then I got on my bike super fast. I literally just sped away. I went the other way. I should have followed the guy, and I'm still actually. Uh, I go. I ride down there. I don't fish anymore. I don't fish anymore because it kind of hurts the fish to catch and release, and I'm scared that might happen again in that same spot. So I just kind of quit after that, and I'm thankful that I got out of there unharmed because who knows what that guy had on him. He could have had a gun, he could have had a knife. I had 3 knives on me and an iPad. So I don't know what he was thinking. I don't think on the time when I ran back, I don't think I had a knife on me. Wow, dude, that's crazy. Yeah. So that's story 1. But this next story isn't as scary, but it is a little weird. So probably day before we left for North Carolina, which was Friday, maybe? No, it was the week before. It's on a weekend, probably like a Friday or Saturday when I usually go on my bike rides. I ride down these. So you go down the boardwalk. You go a little ways, but there's 2 trails that lead to the front end, and there's a street up here at the entrance that you can connect through. So I do a loop when I ride. And I took the farther dirt trail. So there's the first one, which is before a boardwalk, and then there's another one after it. I did the one after it because the one after it's kind of fun. Not that the other one isn't fun. The other one has a big hill on it, but this other one has like trails going off of it and stuff. And it goes good ways into the woods, pretty deep in the woods, and then it comes out the other side and connects to my loop. So I'm going down it, and it's a pretty long trail, like I said. I go down it, and then there's like a hill you kind of have to push up, and I usually almost get to the top, and I push my bike. And I was doing that, and I saw this man. It's another guy. He was younger, walking with a golf driver, and we have like no golf courses in this area. Well, that's not true. There is one, but like it's kind of far away from where I was, so I was like, it's kind of weird. So this guy, he's walking, and there's a bridge here, and then the trail comes out here of a grassy area, and then it connects to the main walkway, which continues the loop to the front. This guy comes out, and he's got the thing over his head like this, and he's like walking like this kind of, and it's really weird. I was like, okay, please just keep on going that way. he's kind of creeping me out. No, he has to decide to turn down the deep trail where I was. It's like, really, man? I was so waiting for him. And then he kind of saw me and didn't mind anything. He just kind of kept on walking. I was like, I don't really want to go by that guy. He could hit me with that. There's a lot of things he could do that I wouldn't be able to come back from. So I was like, I ain't staying for this. I turned around and then I sped off and that was it. But it was kind of weird because in that area there's like 0 golf courses. The only the back of the park has a new walkway which goes to some golf courses, but he was all the way at the front, so it makes no sense why he was carrying a golf club. And no one was really around at the time, so I was like, what if this guy hits me? I can't get help or anything. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna turn around. I can go back the way I came. And I actually rerouted myself. There's multiple ways to this loop that you can connect through, so I found a different way to go, and it wasn't the second dirt trail that I found. It was actually a completely other way, like far away from this guy. So I got out of there unscathed again. So I don't know, you guys. Scary. Anyway, this video is getting a little too long. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below. We are on the road to 100 subscribers, so go click that subscribe button, please, and I would appreciate it very much. Click the bell too, so you're always notified on videos like this, because, guys, you know me. I'm very honest when I say this. I kind of went back looking for that guy. I was like, man, like, I don't know where he went. I think he left. Like, it was like a one-time thing and done. Like, he was terrified out of his pants. So, yeah. Now when I go on bike rides, I bring a knife everywhere I go. So, here's to that. And I barely drank this drink. Anyway, we'll see you on the next adventure with Welcome to the Forest. We hope you enjoyed that show tonight. Make sure you, yeah! We hope you enjoyed that video, and make sure you go like, subscribe, and comment down on this channel, just like you said. Yeah. Next up, Dr. Phil.